the shadows of moonlight, these two remain. In the depths of night, they find love's eternal flame. Though they lie side by side, their hearts are torn apart. A rogue vampire's love for an elder's heart. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn. Remember the night, the radio songs, they dance in darkness where they belong. Love is a game, easy come, easy go. But their love is deeper, they can never know. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's songs are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn. Years have passed, the pain remains. A wound that's healed, believes it stains. She could have saved the love that fateful night if she found the words to make it right. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn. Love is was and is forevermore, choosing power and money over the one she adored. The fate of their love is a thorn in her life. Her betrayal fell deeply, it cut like a knife. Oh my God, vampire of the night, Nessa's arms are your guiding light. With every thorn a rose of love is born in this tale of vampire's love and scorn.
Oh, hey, hi, hello, welcome on in. This is another episode of Hunting Indy by Night. This is episode 19, Into the Unknown. Yes, it took a lot for me not to sing that portion. Yes, you are welcome for not singing that portion. We are going to go around the room, introduce who we're going to be playing this evening. We'll get a minor recap and hop right on in, because we have a very interesting episode for you guys tonight. We'll go ahead and start with the one, the only, Warren.
Hi, I'm Warren. I am playing Brick. Brick is a very shooty, direct kind of hunter, and he's probably going to be taking the lead in these tunnels, which is not where he would really love to be, I guess.
Well, I'm sure you could sit in the back if you really asked Riley kindly.
No.
Okay. Next up, we have Hannah.
Hi, I'm Hannah, playing Morgan Fisher. Was there a homework assignment? I missed it.
No homework assignment this week.
Okay.
Next up, we have Justin.
Hi, I'm Justin. I'll be playing Trina Foster, and right now she's just really confused.
Like most of us are, yes, indeed. Next up, we have... Why am I blanking on names? Holy crap, it has been a day. Rob, I am so sorry. Please take it away, because I kept wanting to call you Jonas, and I know that's not your real name, but here we are.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Bruce. I'm Rob.
Oh, hey.
Today I'm going to be playing Jonas, who is starting to realize that the world's a lot grayer than it is.
That is a very painfully, unbelievably true. I'll get my speech working eventually at some point this episode, hopefully for your guys' sake. And last but not least, we have Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. I'm playing Riley Hartmore. And Riley's just trying to not make too many actually dumb choices. But that's to be seen if that's even possible, because who knows. But overall, this feels like something that Riley would have gone, we should do that, and everybody would go, no, we shouldn't do that. So we'll see how this plays out. Is this another Trina double standard, or is this the good direction of the hunt?
Indeed, we will find out. So as a bit of a recap, you guys did a lot of research over some werewolves, what their weaknesses are, as well as trying to gather some information on where to go next. Thanks to some hacking, Morgan was able to continually find the location of the cell phone and where it was being kept at, while working with Jonas on some research and all sorts of lore capable of finding abilities for some werewolves. You guys went ahead and gathered as much silver as possible, and some character growth. Speaking of Riley not making horrible life choices, decided not to go and rob a certain patron saint, but instead go the more mundane route and spend some money and get some silver that way. But after that, Trina and Brick started melting down the silver in preparations to manufacture some ammo that they had learned from their time hunting their first werewolf. You guys have all got sort of situated and taken care of, and you guys began to head to a rather run-down parking lot to get some vehicles, so you guys weren't bringing your own into this hunt. As you guys were getting ready to hop into your sweet, sweet Priuses and roll out, you guys found a black SUV that seemed to be on blocks that a few of you recognized the license plate. Grangel, as it said. But inside of it, there was a skeleton wearing a very nice purple suit and had a emblem that was later explained by Riley as being the logos of the Anarchs engraved in its forehead. As people who are looking for funds, Riley and Trina worked together. Yes, you guys did not hear that incorrectly. The two of them worked together to grave rob. Congratulations. But you guys went ahead and got a nice wallet, billfold, if you will, and started digging through it when you guys found Sheldon. And as Riley and Morgan were driving towards the location of where the phone was left, Riley realized that there was a set of eyes showing in the metal that were not anyone in the car. And in great Riley fashion, began to show the rest of the surroundings and even Morgan, so that way this person could get a really good view of everything that was going on. Riley was able to go ahead and find out who this person was because they did recognize the eyes and the bit of the face that they could see as hit podcaster Benny Blankenship. This caused a little bit of dismay between Riley and Morgan as they frantically had a vivid conversation about Shark Tank, while the other car also had a very calm and interesting conversation about Shark Tank. Weirdly enough, the two met up and realized that the phone of Trina was left on the front porch with a message. Continuing inside. And that is where we are picking up this evening. You guys are all outside of the spooky house of Madison and family. What would you guys like to do?
Are we in a car? Are we somewhere where we could talk?
Yeah, if I remember right, we all climbed into one Prius so we could kind of chat about what our kind of next plan of action was.
That is correct. Also, if it was not mentioned, you guys go ahead and gain your willpower back up, and any superficial damage that was also given, if any. Unfortunately for you, Trini, you're still sitting at that 1 aggravated willpower.
Understood.
So I don't think that we're closer to how to hold this thing still long enough to shoot it a bunch. This was mostly to figure out if you still had the phone, yeah?
I
I'd like to
mean,
look around at everybody. Are we going in?
well, Riley checked the place and there's nothing, right?
Yeah, we're clean. Like, I'm not. I was looking for a pretty broad spectrum of stuff. Just, is it human? Yes, no, kind of stuff. And we're clean.
Last time we were here, did you check it then too? Were you able to?
Yeah, but last time we were here, it came back as pretty gross.
It was bleach.
It was
Yeah.
like, yeah.
Okay.
So that's a thing. But I also don't know if I pick up on like weird flesh rooms or not, because is a flesh room a person or is it a space made of skin?
Well, I don't think you picked up on it before, honey. I think
That's
you
true.
were
No,
able to
that's
detect the supernatural, but that didn't. For whatever reason, that still rang as human.
just because human flesh? I don't
I
know.
guess, but you could
I-
figure that whatever was done to it. Well, of
Yeah.
course, Morgan still reads as human, so
Yeah. So I do wish that Morgan pinged as like badass human or something that like a little extra that's like buff human or something like that.
You know I was sitting right here, right?
Yeah, no, they're compliments. Just say thank you and move on.
No, not right now.
All right. Sorry.
Well,
That was very direct. I'm stressed. It's a weird spot.
yeah, I agree. Sitting out here with that place nearby is giving me uncomfortable feeling. So I guess my thought is we either go in, poke around, see if we can learn what she came here for and where she went, or we get the hell out of here and keep trying to figure out how we can drop a shipping container on our head or something.
Does she know that I guess she does now, but does she know that everyone's dead? Like parents and shit?
Morgan? I mean, Madison?
Madison, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was in the house when everything went down.
Okay.
And she was trapped in that weird other realm with her parents, or I guess what's left of them.
All right. Now that tracks. I just wanted to make sure so that way. I was like, damn, we might have been able to head this off if we were just like, everyone's dead. You can move on. But
No such luck.
She seemed less worried about her family and more worried about the leech.
no,
Leech is not.
that's fair.
Well, she wants to get even for her boyfriend, so
Do you think? No, that's dumb. Just do you think some like she has any money hanging around on the planet to pay for her boyfriend's part of my security deposit?
that's where your mind's going right now, honey.
That's why I said it was dumb.
Is Brick with us?
Yeah.
So we brought Brick. We brought the flamethrower. Shy of having some way to tie this thing down, we're in bad shape to go up against it toe to toe. But we're kind of in the best shape we're gonna be in.
Okay, real quick, let's make sure we understand what this thing is. Are we talking about monstros? Are we talking about the werewolf that's inhabited by a ghost? Are we talking about the big swinging monster vampire critter that's trying to do that's been orchestrating this whole thing? Which thing are we talking about?
I think if we're going to stumble across anything here, it's going to be the.
So when you put it like that, that's a whole new perspective on just how boned we are.
Yeah.
Hence why I was willing to let the werewolf try to kill the vampire.
Well, I guess it might be a good time to revisit if that's where we are. If so, maybe we're going in there with, I don't want to call it an ally, but someone who shares our enemies.
Yeah, it's a sticky situation, that's for sure.
So yeah, I'm a lot happier with the werewolf half of that. If the ghost can go away.
So just so I know where we're at with this. Werewolf bad, Madison good?
No.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay, no, and that's why I'm asking, just so like, is it actually is Madison actually an ally or is somebody we're tolerating at the moment?
Madison has her own agenda, and I hope that agenda, where it started, was getting off this plane of existence. But if that agenda has changed, I'm not sure exactly how we motivate her to move on.
Power of Christ compels.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Never exercised a werewolf?
The problem is that werewolf wants me and Morgan dead. So once we exorcise the ghost, then we got to deal with the 400-pound slathering death machine of teeth and claws.
Valid. I did just have a thought on how to deal with the 400-pound wall of meat with slathering teeth and claws. If that's what you said, I think that's what you said.
Close enough.
If the number matters, I think it was actually closer to 6. But
okay,
go ahead.
But maybe standing at like on this thing stoop is not the best time to say exactly the plan. So just I'm putting it out there so somebody can maybe remind me in case I forget to bring it back up.
So Denny,
I'll be honest, you said exercise a werewolf, and I was like dog bark. So
I mean, your head's kind of in the right direction, if that's helpful.
Well, I guess let's make the call. Are we going in and poking around here, or are we getting out?
All in favor?
Which?
I figured in favor of going in and not.
I will. It seems safe enough for us to go and try to get some clues, but otherwise, we got to pick somewhere this time. We got to go somewhere with some real food.
Take a quick poke around.
I just wish we could take a drone and fly it down those tunnels because we have no idea what that network looks like. And if y'all remember, the monstro can crawl on walls and ceilings, and we're in a dark tunnel that's illuminated only by a flashlight. There's probably going to be some spots we can miss. And that thing can be on top of us before we even know it.
Yeah, my thought was that it would be illuminated by a flashlight and the pilot light of it. But
Light of flamethrower is a pretty good light. At least it makes me feel comfy, knowing that it's on our side.
I don't know, y'all. It just seems really dicey. Brick, from a tactical
Like I've been saying
situation.
that for days and days and days.
So, are you
But-
against the idea of going down in that tunnel?
let me frame that slightly differently. Do you think the intel is worth the risk?
He gestures at the flamethrower. I'm all dressed up now. No, I mean this whole thing is stupid, but I don't think it's going to get any less stupid. And with our luck, we'll find like 4 more monsters if we wait till tomorrow. So maybe we should just do this.
If I die,
Y'all know that
live
Brick
it.
is
Just
still
know.
not quite right in the head. Like I am still, because I what you call it? I fail. I need to best acquire to get my mojo back.
Sure do.
Did
You
something
are in-
happen
You
to concuss Brick?
no, he's just been in despair for like 18 episodes.
Despair. Yeah. Seriously. Like I've been in this. I am not in the right headspace to take on anything scary, but I have to beat something scary to get back in the right headspace.
That's real. I was just making sure. Just didn't want to let you fall asleep on a concussion or anything like that.
No, I don't think I'm concussed.
Well, that's good. All right.
Right, that's a fixable
Say not yet.
Ominous.
All right. Well, I guess let's gear up. Y'all made some silver bullets, right? Let's give them to people who are likely to shoot things and figure out how well we actually want to go inside.
Oh yeah, did anybody actually get me the gun?
Yes.
Yes, that was a whole thing.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no! It was actually really fun.
Yeah. This one came with no serial numbers.
Prime gun. Don't get caught with it.
I will attempt not to.
Yeah. Just think of all of us. Between you and I, we're probably the ones that are least likely to succeed in prison. So don't get caught with that.
Yeah, you have a good point there. I'm not like put it behind me.
And listening back to that probably sounded really shitty. And I'm sorry. I don't want any of us to go to prison, please.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's go.
So who's
On
taking
that note-
flamethrower?
Nope.
I'll
Like
look
touch my
between
nose.
Jonas and Brick.
Was that a who's going first?
No, who? Well, if you've got the flamethrower, you're damn straight you're not going to be in the back.
That makes this whole combat so much easier.
I think we did establish whoever got the flamethrower has to be in the front.
Yeah, they got to be on point. So
I can hang out last or second to last and kind of try to play radar a little bit.
Jonas, I don't know you well enough. Are you pretty handy with a gun?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we sandwich the people who aren't between the people that are.
Uncle Brick, how do you think I am with a gun? Where should I go in that?
I'm the flamethrower as far as I've got this figured out, but I think you're pretty good.
Oh, thanks, man. All right, I'll go in the middle.
because my thought is that y'all are still in Indy largely because I didn't. So if somebody's going to get stuck in an engagement while other people are retreating, I prefer it was. But I also don't want them. So I don't know if that messes with your plan.
All right, so we got Brick up front. Then
I want to be with Brick up front. That's what I'm
okay,
saying.
so Brick and Jonah up front. Then we got me and Morgan in the middle with Trina and Tank bringing up the rear. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay,
Let's try not to have all this crap matter. Let's just get it
100%.
Jonas, did you want the flamethrower?
No, thank you. Yeah, no. My last experience with it left an impression, so I'll pass.
Gotcha.
Who doesn't have a flashlight? And no, I'm not talking about your phone. Hand out flashlights.
Thank you.
Can't believe we're fucking doing this.
Same.
Me neither.
In my head, I see the motion sensor from Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of how I would like to try to use Sense the Unnatural if I can.
Except for Monstros don't show up on Sense the Unnatural.
It's true.
Oh, they don't.
No, they don't.
Oh my god.
They
Hold on.
read as human.
Sorry, guys. Sorry, y'all. Ooh, that's actually maybe a little better. If they ping back as human, then I could be like, I know for a fact we're the only 5 people.
But it could be like an innocent bystander who's been,
Shouldn't have been there.
stuck to the wall by the alien goo and has a chest burster growing inside of them.
You know what that means? That means 2 to the chest, 1 to the head, and call it good.
Hey, Justin, I need you to politely get out of that Google Doc that I have been editing.
Oh,
'cause-
sorry. Yeah, sorry about
Thanks,
that.
thanks, appreciate it.
Only they're actually part of the wall, right?
Wait, yeah.
It's like, what's her face from Bright, the elf that
Yes.
she was all like stuck in the wall.
Exactly that.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, I guess we want to go in and poke around the house, do some investigating.
I love that for you guys. You guys go ahead and begin to take marching order. And weirdly enough, the door is not locked.
Trina pulls the flask out of her pocket and takes another pull.
Fair.
I'm gonna do a quick little keep bump in the same kind of regard.
I changed my answer to we should not do this tonight.
It's too late. The door's kicked in.
If Trina's drinking, I'm re-upping.
So yeah, I don't know how you want to run this, but I think we're just going to cover the above ground stuff. See if there's anything new.
Sure.
See what's up.
I will allow this wits and investigation from everyone, and you guys are looking for a collective 7.
Oh shit! Gotta get in roll 20. Can't believe I forgot that. Let you down.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm definitely not loading it up right now. Also, you can't prove it.
The audacity of these people. We were even here early.
I mean, I could. Oh, okay. What?
Oh,
What?
Hmm?
10 D4 greater than 6? What is happening
no,
right now?
I did D4s because I'm dumb.
What game system uses that many D4?
I don't think any of them.
You've never played
Riley the Ghoulaning.
Yeah.
You've never upcasted magic missile to a 6th level spell?
Okay, I got us 3.
Oh my god.
All right.
Well, oh my god.
2.
How do I do this?
Okay, that's 5.
So we're at 5. We're gonna let Riley roll the right way, and then I will try to willpower if I need to.
I'm gonna willpower that.
I got 2.
Okay.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Don't willpower.
That's 7.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. I'm helping.
Beautiful.
I'm trying.
All right. As you guys investigate this house, starting with the, I assume you guys want to start with the 2nd floor, clear that all the way down to the 1st floor, clear that down towards the basement.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me rephrase. You guys start with the attic because the attic is opened. As you guys search through the attic, you guys realize there's a lot of random stuff up here. Christmas decorations, multiple boxes that look like haven't been unpacked yet, and a lot of boxes that are labeled Madison. And if you guys, as I'm describing something, you guys want to stop and look at something, please just let me know, and we could take a moment to delve deeper into that portion. There looks like to be about 3 boxes that are opened. But the stuff inside is still neatly folded. As you guys exit out of the attic, you guys do a search of the 2nd floor and most of the bedrooms. There's a couple of bathrooms up on the 2nd floor as well, a couple of linen closets. But other than that, nothing of things to note. You do realize that the one room that, Trina, you would know to be Madison's room looks pretty much the same that is left there with all the big furniture, but anything personal was taken out, which would probably make sense of all the stuff that was packed up upstairs in the attic that you knew that her dad was in the process of getting ready to pack up.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the big furniture, bed, dressers, desk, also remain. The corkboard is still there, but all of the information on it was removed. The master bedroom looks like the bed wasn't made, but everything else looks like it's all still there. Clothes folded in baskets. Very much still looks like someone lives here, but just hasn't touched the place for a bit. And getting to the 1st floor, you guys do recognize a lot of the rooms that you guys have been into. The sort of sitting area that they had set up for you guys, this parlor, the front entrance. And here you can definitely see there's a lot of bloody footprints that sort of lead throughout the house back and forth. The rest of the room, or rest of the floor, looks pretty much how you guys saw it last, minus the dead bodies that were on it. There's still a pool of blood. There is still a lot of the cooking stuff is still there. Obviously, the stove is off. But there's now a stain around where Madison's mother laid on the floor. You guys go and clear out the bathrooms and the other dining room and all these other places. Still untouched. You guys make it to the top of the stairs. There is another blood stain on the floor and partially up the wall. But you guys still see, now dried in the wall, "Help's not coming." That was written in blood. And this is roughly at this point where you guys really need your flashlights, as you guys don't have that light coming in from outside. You guys begin to descend down the stairs. And even before you guys make it to the bottom of the stairs, you guys are all able to start noticing the absolute scorch that is just covering black soot almost on the floor from this basement being absolutely torched. It still has a lingering smell of burnt flesh. But it looks like a normal basement.
Looks like our werewolf has a flair for the dramatic message.
Yeah. And now that we're down here, I think I'm gonna try to catch a vibe again.
Okay.
See if it's any different below ground than
Sure.
it is above ground. I will willpower that one.
Yep.
All right. Just 2 successes.
You say 2?
Yep, just 2.
You do not notice anything supernatural under the ground in this basement as you guys are continuing to descend down the stairs.
Cool. All right. Still seems pretty clear.
At least the smell has faded a bit. Do we see, besides the soot, anything else of interest in the basement?
As you guys look around and get actually all down there with your different flashlights and look around, I need everyone to go ahead and wits and awareness. DC is going to be 4 for this.
Collective DC or
No,
individual?
Individual.
Jonas got it.
Heck yeah.
5 for me.
Let's see.
Morgan got 4.
I'm gonna willpower and see if I can get there. Can't type. Nope, still nothing. We're hanging out at 3.
Okay. Jonas and Morgan, you guys look over the room and you double take for a moment, and about in the middle of the opposite wall, you see almost through it a little bit, like it's transparent.
Go up to it with the flashlight, like shine it really close. Does it look like a material that I could maybe like push through?
Then you get closer and closer. It doesn't even look like there's any material there. The flashlight actually goes through it. It doesn't bounce off or reflect off the surface at all. And the rest of you guys, if you guys get close, you see get close with the flashlight just like continues on, but doesn't looks like it stopped on this wall.
I guess I'd like to see if I can go through.
Yeah, you go ahead and step through this illusionary wall as everyone now sees this portion of the wall just sort of fade away as Jonas sort of steps through. And you see now a large burrowed hole that begins to go inwards.
How big is this hole?
It's rather large. From one side to the other, you're looking at probably like a 3-foot radius across. So it is familiar to those as the size of a monster hole that you guys have seen multiple times at different locations.
This kind of changes everything. There's no running away in that. Especially if we're all crawled in single file. We're fucking dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But maybe something, the choke point in both directions. So maybe we can get a camera on this, see if it's still being used. Maybe, I don't know, buy a bear trap.
Not a bad idea.
We could come back with the drone and have it go down there.
Yeah, I love that.
Give me some time. I could try to scrounge up some more silver in the meantime, and we can come back even more armed and ready to go.
Yeah. I guess, can I take a moment and like shine the flashlight around? Does it look like anything maybe werewolf shaped has gone through here recently?
Go ahead and roll intel plus investigation for me. I will
Oh
allow
boy.
wits and investigation as well.
Awesome. So I'm gonna do that little look and go, it doesn't look like Madison Wolf here. But that would be the other thing I'd be worried about.
I'm guessing like the top part is like actual flooring, not like just dirt.
No, it is dirt all the way out completely around.
Okay.
So is there like a hole in the concrete foundation that this thing
Right.
tore through?
No, it just looks like it was. I guess yes, in the side of the wall, it looks like it was.
Okay.
It looks like it was not necessarily like it was tore through like with claws, but it looks like it was almost like it was
Designed?
melted away. Like this foundation was melted away, and then the digging began afterwards.
Weird. What is this? Like when I'm gonna run my hand over the concrete, does it feel like melted, like almost like lava?
It has
Or
that sort of like that
is-
rugged feel to it. It doesn't. It's not a smooth cut.
Mhm. You know they could do this? I'll say, looking at Riley.
I mean, that if we're thinking that it's the Scorpion King, then like, nah.
No, I mean, this is probably the Scorpion King's master that did that.
Yeah, no, that's a new one to me. Generally, I know the ones that like to the pretentious ones. Then I'll hold up the rose tattoo. Something about royalty. There's some real like I thought that they would just be werewolves, but they're not. And a couple others, but ones that eat dirt. I don't know what the hell this is.
It's more the melting of concrete that
Yeah.
scares the ever living shit out of me.
No, that's a new one to me.
Yeah, because whatever's doing that to concrete is going to do something truly messed up to us.
To flesh and bone. Good God.
I guess I'd like to take some pictures.
Yeah, easy enough. There's no role for that.
Can I unlock my?
I need an Intel Plus technology for me, DC5.
Critically glitch it. Throw my phone down the tunnel.
Your phone
Oh,
bounces
no,
5
gotta
times
go
into
get
the
it.
mouth of a monster. No, yeah, you're able to open up your phone easily and take plenty of pictures.
All right, so cameras, drones. This feels like a stock up and come back.
One
Yeah.
sounds like a great idea. Do we have that capability? Like, to really have a drone? Or are we talking about like the frisbee from, Target?
I mean, that might be the cheapest option, but I think we could actually come up with the drone.
Like a frisbee with a GoPro.
Put some motor on it, we'll be good.
No, you just put like I was gonna say a gyro, but that doesn't make sense to keep the GoPro from spinning.
Could put one of those airplane remote controls on it.
Yeah. That just sounds like science.
But anyway, yes, we can come up with the drone.
Well, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
The heaviest of GBs.
Guess off to a store.
Like a big 5.
Somebody should probably sit on the house just to make sure nobody comes or goes.
Yeah. My credit card is going to do very little heavy lifting, so
I'll take it.
You guys head off to some not grocery shopping, but you head off to a store to go ahead and grab the technology needed to get a drone, whether to craft one or to just buy a drone. Either one has the capability. Jonas, I know you said you're staying at the house. Is there anywhere specific you would like to stay at the house? Would you like to stay within the house, at the house?
no, outside the house, somewhere I can see a fair amount of the exterior of the house.
Okay.
You got time. Take a shower while you're there. You're fine.
No, perch up somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably smoke half a pack of cigarettes by the time you get back.
And I was planning to stay there too. I'm
Okay.
gonna mostly try to check the ring cam I'd set up across the street to see if it caught anything.
With Riley, then.
Yeah.
Okay, and Morgan, where are you headed to?
I would go with Riley as well.
Okay.
You need the person who's technically savvy to pick your drone.
It was gonna be a really interesting role, if not. So I was just curious.
I was gonna say, I hope you sent me with a shopping list.
I did, but oddly, most of it just said "Do not buy."
We do not need
Twinkies, hard liquor.
12 packs of AAA batteries.
Surprisingly, though, a carton of cigarettes is on there. So
Like
Yeah,
4 times.
carton of cigarettes, carton of cigarettes, carton of cigarettes.
Okay. Easy enough to go and purchase the things that you guys are looking for. The team that is staying at the house, it is uneventful. You see a couple cars come and go, but it is a rather nice neighborhood.
did anything pop up on the ring cam when I review the footage?
As you're keeping an eye on the footage, nothing in or out of that tunnel.
No, it was a ring cam that was facing the house that I set up
Yes,
to
indeed.
monitor.
No, the only thing that came in and out would have been you guys.
And the wolf, right?
Right, and the wolf, correct. Yes. Went in using the front door after you now can look and see that placed down the shot the message, put it down, went inside.
Can I get one of them smokes?
Yeah, for sure. Hand the lighter over.
Offer you a pull of whiskey from the flask.
Thanks. Yeah. Take it, hand it back. Oh, yeah, not my usual. You all right?
One day at a time, right? That's what they say.
Cool.
A few more moments go by, and roughly this whole shopping trip takes roughly about 30-45 minutes round trip to come back. For those shopping, it wasn't too bad, but for the people that were standing and watching the house, it was an excruciating 45 minutes of wondering if and when something was going to happen. But you see the second Prius pull up behind you guys.
It's skittering? Like,
Yeah.
what the hell?
That's how like small cars like Priuses work. They skitter, like very much like a goblin. Actually.
I was unaware that that's how that worked.
That's all right.
You ever looked under the hood?
Exactly. It's a lot of
I don't know
skittering.
what
Goblin on a
that is.
wheel.
It's just exactly. It's goblin on a wheel, just running their heart out. But you guys have acquired fancy drone.
We did it.
Well, let's go see what we can see.
I'm gonna pull out of my backpack a carton of cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
I hand them to Joe, and I just go, "There you go, man."
Thanks. Yeah. Nothing much going on here. We both agreed that the summer camps from last episode sucked, and that we're glad that they didn't back it. But otherwise, not much to do.
We're gonna put together a watch party, we think.
When we're done with this, we need to figure out something that we can market to get on Shark Tank. Feel like there's something there.
I don't think the kind of things we sell they'd want to buy.
Leech Be Gone, really
probably
big
not
bear traps.
not a huge market for creative surveillance solutions.
You never know. Anyway, neither here nor there.
Hear me out. It's bleach, but it's Bleech, and it's bleach with garlic in it.
Perfect. Vampire bleach.
Exactly.
It smells like sunshine.
Exactly. When you open it up, the sun comes out.
Yeah, I've seen one of those.
See?
All right, let's do it. When do you know how to fly the drone thing? I'm curious what's in there.
Morgan, I feel like if you have intel plus technology, you'll be
Okay.
plenty
Pilot.
ample to fly this drone. Now, I do have a question. Are you flying it through the hole that is outside of the house, or are you flying it through the hole that's in the basement?
I feel like I'd want to do the basement one, but I would consult with everybody else.
Start there and do both.
If we do the one outside and we happen to stir up a monstro, at least we're in the open. Not trapped in a basement.
Fair.
Yeah, maybe I'll do the outside one first.
Okay. All right.
All right.
Please go ahead and roll. Intel plus technology. DC 3 for this drone crafting.
4.
4. You go ahead and begin to lower down the drone with the camera. And it is a straight down hole. And on each side of it, you can definitely see what look like large indents into the wall. Deep and pointed. And then it begins to it splits into a T. One way heads towards the house, the other way heads away from the house.
I'd probably go towards the house at first. Also, is somebody able to take notes for me on this? I'm just going to let you know which directions I'm going and if I see
Yeah.
anything.
Sure.
You head towards the house, and it's not very long before you start to realize the scene of which you are standing, or as you're flying, I should say, as you begin to fly that way. And it doesn't have the greatest view currently because it is very dark in this basement. But you do see a small camera that's sort of pointed up facing you as you have now reached the basement entrance that you guys had set up. Not set up the camera, excuse me. Took your pictures at, where you guys were just standing.
Okay. I'll let Jonas know that and turn the drone around, head the other direction.
That way leads to basement. Guess we don't need to do both.
As you head the other way, you once again see the upward motion of the T where you came down, you continue forward. And this is where it gets interesting, as it splits into 4 different paths. There's left, right, and then 2 that are at like 45s.
Okay, so there's 4 paths I could take.
Give me a second. I'm going to flip the thing. I'm going to start trying to sketch it.
Okay.
Do you see any sort of like slime trail or blood or anything that might give us a hint? Like drag
Am I able-
marks?
Oh yeah, can I still see those like sharp indent?
Um,
Like I would go up to each tunnel to see if
yeah.
which one has what.
Each one of them have multiple indents on sort of almost the entirety of this. Like, look like a monster or something has crawled through on in or out of this tunnel using different avenues. It wasn't always one way or the other. Go ahead and roll wits and awareness DC 3 for me, please.
Three exactly.
Okay. You do see the far left tunnel has a set of wolf prints that are running down that tunnel.
Okay, so it looks like all four of them have the indent trail, but the left has like paw prints going down.
Sounds like that's a good way to go.
Bruce,
I
I don't
will
know if
take.
I have enough yet, but one of the things I'd like to try to figure out as we're doing this is, do these branches go to locations where we know about Holt, like to Riley / apartment?
Yeah, I mean, you guys are a very, like, you guys are probably about 10-15 minute drive from Riley's house, where the other known hole is. So you definitely have to wait for some time to be able to figure out. But in the rough general, the two left tunnels are in the direction of Riley's house.
Okay.
Morgan, are you able to estimate the approximate distance that you're traveling so we kind of have a rough idea how long this tunnel is?
How good is our drone at these amazing technology advances?
It won't be able to tell you exactly where the drone is compared to where the controller is, but with a, let's see what kind of roll. You could do a roll, intel plus something or another. I would have to figure out something, but intel plus something, maybe intel plus awareness. To be able to,
Academics?
I will allow
Calculate the
academics. Yeah,
velocity and
I will allow academics to
calculate
give
the
a
distance.
rough estimate of where you are, if you would
Okay.
like to. But once you guys
Yeah, I
get
will.
further down the road.
Could we do intel and finance?
Yes, carry the one, add a decimal.
Amortize that over the entire year, and you'll
Exactly.
be good.
You'll be all right.
And you know what? That's actually going to hit us negatively. So if we wait and then recognize it like January, it'll look
The only-
way better.
The only thing is, the dollar's depreciating, so we got to get that cash value out now.
All right, right. We're a little. We can't, as a cell, we can't be so damn liquid.
Okay, so left path.
Yeah, left path.
I got three.
Okay. Yeah, as you're continuing down this left path, you're roughly about 400 feet out as it continues and continues and continues down, and then it branches again into 3. Once again, the werewolf the wolf prince, I should say, head straight forward and through the middle path instead of the left or right path.
So
Okay.
when you say it branches into 3, it's still headed in that leftward direction. It just flares out from there.
Correct.
Like
yeah.
okay.
So that
I just
left
wanted to make
branch,
sure.
It splits into 3 more branches.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it looks like 400 feet out. There's 3 more paths, but the paw prints keep going straight.
I mean, I'm good to keep following
We can
them.
keep going as long as we can. How far away can the drone be
That is a very good question.
before I lose?
You probably have
connection?
about another 100 feet before the connection drop, because you're also fighting, concrete, dirt, all that other material that's sort of blocking the connection between the two.
She's got a visor on, right?
Yeah.
if we know roughly where it is, we can drive close to it and keep your range so we can keep cruising.
That's going to be my suggestion.
Okay.
Are we all going in the same car?
Probably take the both. That way we don't leave a car behind. But maybe make a phone call, turn speakerphone on so we can hear each other.
Okay.
Brick, why don't you drive Morgan? Why don't you drive Morgan, honey?
Prius.
Yep.
Man,
Riley,
Brick
why don't
is
you
over here
ride
just
with Morgan for moral support? I'll be with Jonas in the other Prius.
You think this is the only Prius that's ever had a flamethrower in it?
100%.
Oh yeah, these are the coolest Priuses of all time.
no, it is the coolest Prius of all time because the other one's just a normal Prius driving two people around.
Yeah, fair.
But you guys continue going, and you guys get closer and closer to downtown, and it seems to like this one path continues onward and doesn't branch again, but it does continue to go and go and go before it opens up into what looks like the dirt ends, and you have solid concrete again.
Like a concrete tunnel?
Like
or
a concrete floor and room as you continue to get into it. The rest of you, as you guys are driving through, you guys are in Monument Circle.
Can't be right. In the middle of downtown.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
The thing is just looking for a quick way to get a drink or something.
I'm not sure how serious you're being in the vampire way.
Oh, that was the double entendre. That's the joke.
Okay.
I thought it was funny. I'm sorry.
I'm just looking for like
Morgan, as you continue to search around with this drone, you realize that there's it's a rather small room, and it looks like there's a bunch of bookshelves emptied. All the books are sort of tossed amongst the floor, and there's a door that is cracked open a little bit.
Any muddy paw prints?
No muddy paw prints, no.
Am I able to tell like which direction the drone is right now? Like, is it to the left, right of me, in front of me?
I'm assuming you guys stopped and parked on the circle while this
Yeah.
drone is doing thing. The drone is to the left of you, almost right directly underneath the monument.
Okay.
I guess, have I heard any rumors or reports of weird crap by the money?
Of recent years, the most weird thing that's happened down by the monument is that there was some sort of about a year, almost a year and a half ago at this point, a like riot that happened at the monument. And that there was a SUV that almost hit the side of the monument, but seemed to stop on the curb right before it.
Well, I guess let's go find the drone. You want to pilot it back?
Um,
Can you get it through the door?
yeah, I think I'm gonna attempt to get it through the door.
Okay. You will go ahead and open the door a little bit, and you see well-crafted marble floors and a bunch of other doors that have little nameplates next to them. But it looks like there was some sort of big fight that happened here where there's blood sort of splatter hits and pieces in there, but it's dried and been there for quite some time. You do see that there are some lights, but it looks like it's more on emergency power.
Okay.
And the door, it
I'm
goes either
gonna
left
go-
or right in the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna go to each door
Mhm.
and get the names from the nameplates and let Jonas know.
All right, one moment while I get this pulled up here. Where did I save that note? While I'm getting this information pulled up, is there anything you guys would like to do that is above ground?
I'm just
Not
along
sure.
for the ride at the
If
moment.
this is where we're coming, we can't really bust out a flamethrower in downtown area.
I've seen people do worse, is all I'm saying. Specifically you all,
As
but
as a storyteller or as a resident of Indy?
yes and.
That is the appropriate answer.
Yeah, besides trying to figure out where the drone is going to come up, what-
You were sorry, what?
besides trying to figure out where the drone is going to come up, and it seems like we're doing that by flying.
There it is. That's what I was looking for. The first nameplate you come across. Prince Caleb. The door is kicked open. The next name you come across. Sheldon, Keeper of Elysium. Next name, Augustine, Keeper of Information. Nessa, Harpy. Victor Norman, Defender of the Tower. Jordan, Pensk, Seneschal. Morgan, did you read those names off as you were going to each nameplate?
Yes.
Brick and Trina, both of you recognize the name Jordan Pensk as the woman who went missing that you guys were looking for after the first hunt.
Huh.
Do you know what that means, Riley? That. What was it again? What did it say under her name?
Seneschal.
That's anything that I would know.
Intel
It's a different.
plus Politics DC4 because it's not your, wasn't your.
Outside of a crit, I can't even hit that. Let me see what I can do.
Well, with Jonas's intel, I think that he spelled seneschal phonetically.
Yeah, no.
probably.
2 hits.
Okay.
So you got me. Would anything sound familiar at all with some like with Prince or
And Keeper of Elysium both sound familiar to you because you went to the last Elysium,
the one that got busted up?
the one that got busted up. Exactly.
Yeah, no, that was a shit show.
Also, would he recognize the name Sheldon?
That's where I was gonna go after we figured out everything else.
The last name isn't given. It just says Sheldon. Keeper of Elysium. So yeah, I mean, you recognize the name Sheldon.
I mean, considering it's connected to a driver's license.
I mean,
Dead vampire.
dead vampire named Sheldon. I think we might be able to 2 and 2 together this one.
Surgery here.
It might be. Have you met this cell?
Hey.
Sorry.
That's rude.
Intelligence is a dump set for some.
Oats.
Ouchie.
Look, we haven't even gotten to the plan to try to knock the monument.
Exactly. Level the monument.
As it stands right now, I don't know what seneschal means, but pretty sure that this is other leeches, so not my guy, but the other guy. Does that make sense? Rival gang. Elysium is big get together, sit down kind of shit. Big announcements, that kind of stuff. Mostly just drug around to look pretty and be a snack. But you know,
Hey,
such
so
is life.
is she flying this drone around in like a leech central location? Should we be getting the fuck out of there?
Well, kind of judging by the fact that it's on emergency power and there's blood everywhere that's dried. I don't
Think
know
we're
if
okay.
anybody's kicking around. But I could be wrong. I mean, we'll let her keep exploring. I mean, if they kill the drone, we just get the hell out of here. That's why the drone's down there and not us.
Morgan, there a way to track that thing back to the receiver?
Great question. Storyteller, is there a way? Just making sure that I'm not saying yes.
Intel plus technology.
Okay.
DC4.
I'm gonna willpower.
Okay.
5.
5. In theory, it's possible. They would have to be one very good at hacking. But it is a wireless connection. In theory, it's possible, but they'd have to be very, very good at it.
I mean, anything's possible, I guess, but it's not very likely.
Well, then maybe we try to figure out where this place is. Maybe we can find some sort of information that would. Maybe we can go and poke around.
Yeah.
So the doors, the nameplates, are the doors that are next to them open?
Yeah, all of them have been looked like kicked in, like literally kicked in off the hinges and probably about 2 or 3 feet back.
Whoever did that means business.
Morgan, can you take a peek at the door and see if where the impact was made, if it's also covered with dust or if they were kicked when they were already dusty.
I'm gonna take a look.
Easy enough to tell. It has a layer of dust on it, the entirety of it. It doesn't look like there is a dusty footprint or anything, but you do recognize that the impact point is about the size of a foot.
Just a normal foot.
Yeah, just a human foot. Looks like someone kicked this door off the hinge.
Okay. I would relay that to Trina.
Okay, well, it means that the wolf didn't slow down once it got in there. It knew what it was tracking, so maybe we just keep looking and see if we can keep following the wolf.
Yeah. The only problem is that there's no wolf prints. It's just a guessing game at this point.
Well, my hope is that if we do find a door that's been freshly kicked in, that'll be our tip.
True.
As you continue down to the right, it comes to a dead end of the hallway, but you turn around and head back to the left, passing all these rooms that you looked off of the different nameplates on them, and you do see what looks like a high security door that looks like it was pried open, and there is it's probably open about halfway, that it was pried open, and you can see
Recently?
you can see that it looks like there has been a rather large handprint on the inside, on both sides of the base of the wall and then the door.
Yeah, we're definitely on the right track right now. What's in front of me?
As you walk inside, or fly inside, excuse me, you see a rather large, almost like gathering area where there's multiple pillars, and it has this sword and shield gold-plated crest that has been implanted into the pillar, but spray painted over it is a large A with a similar circle that you guys saw engraved in Sheldon's head.
Oh,
Yes,
gang
we
fight.
know who our party crashers are now.
Yeah.
There are 3 pillars in this room. The first one says Eva. The second one says Anson. And the third one says Fairfield.
Well, I know the name Eva,
You sure do.
but do I know Anson or Fairfield? Okay.
Haven't come up.
Wasn't Anson Riley's sire?
Indeed, Anson was the kindred that held them.
My previous employer. I don't know.
There we go. Sorry.
I was like, no, but yes.
Yes.
Not yet.
No, but I know where you're going.
I understand what you meant by that, but maybe don't just use terms you Googled about us to figure it out.
Yikes, they said us even. Confirmed.
I've been
yes.
playing you the whole time.
So yes. Imagine. So
All right. Well, sorry. Go ahead.
no, you're good. You just see that there's these 3 names that have been spray painted, and then underneath each one of them is the Anarch symbol. You do see there is another hallway that's sort of matched on the opposite side, but it doesn't have a security door or anything like that. But you see multiple rooms that line both sides. And at the very end of it, you can see this all. And again, this is all very low power. Lights are flickering and barely staying on. But you do see what looks like a red curtain that is closed at the end of the hallway. But in this main room, you do see that there's an elevator door. And on opposite the elevator door is a set of double doors that were also looked like kicked open in the middle. They weren't sent off the hinges or anything, but they were kicked open or is now ajar.
Any of this look like freshly kicked open? Is there any like footprints or wolf prints on the floor where there might be dust?
Yes, you do see some wolf prints that look like head in and out of the room that has the double doors, and then a set of tracks that go down the long hallway.
I'm going to fly the drone into the double door area.
Okay. What you see is a very long room that has a bunch of pedestals that look like they had something in them where all the glass have been smashed open. You see a bunch of glass sort of shattered around, and looks like these pedestals are now emptied. Looks like there's places where you can see, even there is a layer of dust on the walls, you can tell that there is something missing. Look, artwork, large artwork pieces that are missing off the walls. But the first thing you notice on the back wall are 4 skulls that have been put and hung up on the back wall with stakes.
But that's the only thing left in the room. Nothing else
You see a large,
besides the glass and
yeah, and then at the very end, you do see a rather large, ornate wooden desk that has just been completely trashed. But you do see that the stuff around it looks like have been messed with recently, and that the footsteps that go in and out, you do see that circle the desk a few times before heading back out the way they came in.
All right. So the wolf seems to be interested in something in this desk. I don't know. Is there any like I don't know, like clan signs? Not that I know that there's clans, but on the desk. Is there any sort of
No, nothing of that. There,
etched in wood art, not arc?
no. Again, it very much looks like a tagger came through and wreaked havoc on this area. There's a couple of spray painted A's on the top of the desk and on the front of the desk. Underneath each skull, they're under the one that's sort of raised up a little bit has a crown that's sort of spray painted underneath of it. Under another one of it has a shield with a big X through the middle. A second one has a rose that's been spray painted underneath of it.
And there's no names with these skulls.
Correct.
Okay.
And then the last one looks unmarked.
The unknown. Okay. Is there like papers all over?
Yeah, tons and tons of papers.
Is there anything that looks interesting?
A couple of manifests for a large amount of wine to be served. Quite a few almost looks like emergency protocols that are sort of been tossed around, but they don't seem to make a lot of sense, or they've been damaged in one way or another. Um,
Okay.
but it definitely looks like that whatever this person was looking for didn't seem to find it.
All right. I'm gonna head out and down that long hallway then.
Each one of these doors are also kicked open a bit, and they each have, interestingly enough, a corpse at different and varying levels of decay. Some look like they've been there in this sort of almost mummified. There's some that are just skeletons that are clothed, and some of them look like they've been dead for a year or so. Rather fresh, at least as far as a corpse goes. But you make it down to the end, and through your camera you can hear audio of impact being made on the other side. It sounds like something was thrown into a wall. They're on the other side of this red curtain.
I
maybe
think somebody might be around. Do I attempt to go in that room?
Hell yes.
I don't know
Well,
why I'm terrified.
Hold,
It's a
hold
machine.
up. I guess more important than knowing who's in that room is knowing how to get into this place. I'd rather you found a way out first, or at least tell us what building.
I mean, it's been under the monument this whole time. I don't think we've moved at all.
Yeah, but I don't think that I can. There's not like an easy way in underneath the monument, right? I'm assuming that this is hard to get to.
I don't know. I've never tried going in the monument before.
Yeah, hashtag not from Indy.
Those of you, as your characters would know, being from the Indy area, you can go into the monument, but it's only straight up. And there's a platform that goes around the top of the monument where you can look out on different, all around the circle. So there is an elevator and a staircase that does go up. But as far as you guys were aware, there was never any sort of basement button.
I mean, it's the basement of the Alamo.
It's true.
Well-
Alamo. One of my favorite movies of all time.
Wow.
I know
like
you are,
that.
but what am I?
I guess if we think we can figure it out, then yeah, I want to know.
Okay. Is there a gap like from the floor and the curtain?
There is. There's probably about a 2-foot gap between the floor and the curtain.
I'm gonna go under.
Under and that scared the crap out of me. I just want to let you know.
Sorry.
But on the other side, you do hear the yelp of a wolf-like creature. As you do see the werewolf going toe to toe with two monsteros.
Wait, who's in the car with me? Is it just Brick?
Brick
and Riley.
and Riley are in with you.
Okay.
Riley, you gotta see this.
Okay.
Brick, you can watch after. What is this?
What's happening? What's happening?
So Scorpion and Scorpion King 2 are fighting a big dog.
And you guys
Nobody can tell Trina. she will be insufferable if she figures
Come
out that this
again?
worked the way she wanted it to.
You never like hung up the speakerphone. What?
I'll say it.
Whoops.
Scorpion King and Scorpion King 2 are fighting a big dog.
But you can now see that this is a very almost classy bar that's been absolutely ransacked and destroyed. But again, all on emergency powers. The lights are flickering a bit, and every time the lights flicker, the fight is in a different position. Whether there's a wolf attacking and biting one of the monsteros, or one of the monsteros or the wolf being thrown through the air as the lights sort of flicker back and forth. Eventually, the wolf gets thrown into a pillar as a piece of the pillar sort of breaks, and one of the other monster jumps and leaps at it. The wolf reaches over and grabs the wooden piece and just runs the pole through as the monster goes limp next to the wolf. And you can definitely see this wolf is like heavily covered in blood.
Wolf's getting fucked up.
But entire time, this wolf has the biggest toothy grin on its face.
Liking it.
As it then goes ahead and grabs this second monster, as the monster also sort of wraps around onto it and sort of holds it down with its multiple legs as it holds down, and the wolf sort of picks it up and just lays on top of the other monstero as the one underneath of it explodes, and it just shreds the back, and this other monster just screams as there's now acid sort of pouring all over the back of this monster. And the wolf, you can see, now begins to see a lot of its fur sort of be singed off from it as well, before the monster sort of just, you see through the drone this stinger go through the back of the werewolf.
All right. I don't think anybody else saw this, but $20 says the dog's dead.
Riley, where the hell did you get popcorn?
I found Skittles in the seat.
Gross.
So gross.
It just
Free
definitely sounded
Skittles.
like it definitely sounded like you were suddenly watching a boxing match.
Oh, 100%. No. I found Skittles in the seat. I'm eating Skittles. I'm watching this werewolf get fucked up right now. It's a weird day. But yeah, that guy, he's not getting up.
Before you then see the scorpion tail sort of flick. And when the scorpion tail flicks, the wolf gets shot across the room and goes through a booth.
Table for one. It'd be funnier if y'all could see this.
We'll catch the pay-per-view later, I guess.
Not worth the money, honestly. Very one-sided.
As slowly but surely you do see one claw, two claws, sort of stand back up out of the booth.
Oh, shit, my boy don't stay down.
As you begin to see the hole rapidly close.
Hey, T, do you know these things can heal real quick?
Scribbles down. Monstro claw tails made of silver.
Also, who owes me $20?
You bet the wolf was staying
You
down.
thought the wolf was down.
Yeah,
Not on
Rick, you owe me $20.
You owe
everybody
everybody $20. I took that action.
Nah, you didn't declare before you
You
took
lost
it.
your last dot of resources. You pay out the rest of the cell.
Oh,
Um,
I'm destitute.
as this fighting continues back and forth, back and forth. Eventually, the wolf tears the head clean off the Monstero and just lets it roll.
Cinematic as fuck.
I would eat.
Wolf, I don't know, pop the Scorpion King like a zit. Like, this was crazy. Wow.
Brick didn't even get a turn.
I know, I just got really into it. Sorry, guys. Brick, check out the aftermath.
There's another one in there.
No, there was just the two that are now gone. You do see what's the
Yeah, I missed the whole damn fight.
as
I
at,
gave you
at
the
this
commentary.
point, at this point, the wolf, as it sort of lets the head roll, it sort of plops down in the middle, in this bar that's a square in the center of it, and you hear the second, as you see the second just sort of acid and guts sort of rain from the second one, and you now see two monsters that have combusted. And you see the wolf
Well,
just laying her head back.
Y'all missed a hell of a fight. I know I said it's not worth the pay-per-view, but like, I don't know. Instant classic? Maybe? Catch the highlights.
So I guess what's going on? Sort of sitting in a car here, waiting for information.
well, I think the wolf did us a favor in a sense.
Do we know how many Monsteros there are? Or if we only ever counted 2 at a time?
Well, originally there was only supposed to be one,
Yeah,
but
Current
it was two to
prevailing-
make three.
current prevailing theory is that the leech can make more of them. Sounded like the wolf was pretty down and is currently not down. Is it worth us trying to get in there and seal the deal?
I mean,
Gonna hand the hand the first person rig to Brick and go, that's a you call, bud.
I mean, my concern about where we are and going loud, I think still applies.
Okay, well, until then, I guess I'm just looking around this car to see if I can find any Skittles, and coming up pretty empty. So
Is there a convenience store in the circle?
Close thing is Starbucks on the corner.
I'll kind of pat Jonas's arm and point over there.
oh hell yeah, coffee. All right,
Better
We're
than Skittles.
dipping over to Starbucks.
I'll put you on my earbuds.
All
Get
right,
it.
so I'm guessing we just need to find a way out of here then. A
Yeah.
way in, a way out.
So is the wolf no longer active, or does it seem like it's just resting?
It just seems like it's resting after having that fight. It just has its head sort of leaned back and just sort of taking some deep breaths in.
I cannot imagine that drone now is not very obvious to its hypersenses.
It at least hasn't acknowledged that it is there.
Well, if we wait long enough, maybe it'll kill Mama Bear.
Yeah, but those rooms have got to be a treasure trove of information that other people could use.
Oh, 100%. I'm just saying, let him cook.
Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that. But I'd like to figure out how to get down there at some point.
even from down the hall, because it is now, besides the sound of a labored breath coming from the werewolf, you hear ding coming from behind.
Elevator.
Damn, these are really short gaps between rounds.
Do I have control of the drone again? Or
Brick-
does Riley still?
Brick still currently has the
Or Brick.
headset.
Oh
I
yes.
hand the headset to Brick.
Well, I'll pass it back. I'm not the one to buy this thing. Once the fight's over, Brick would definitely pass it back to you.
As you're not the only one to have heard this ding, you do hear the werewolf. Shit. It stands up and begins to sort of get over to a wall that's sort of next to that curtain. And just stops and points their nose to the air and begins to.
Does it seem like they're getting ready for a fight again?
It looks more of that they're just gathering information. But they didn't seem like they were excited to go and fight something again. But as you're sort of continuing, do you want to continue down the hallway towards the elevator, or do you want to still stay here?
If I could, I would go towards the elevator.
Okay, you go ahead and head towards the elevator. And you see a woman. Just sort of standing, poking her head around, wearing a all black dress, some heels. Shit.
Am I able to take pictures?
This does not have that capability, unfortunately.
Okay.
We should have spent the extra $40.
As you see her take a few steps in, heels sort of tapping across the marble. She looks like maybe early 40s. And she begins to head left towards all the rooms with the nameplates.
I'm guessing I don't recognize her.
I know you've never seen this individual before.
But if you follow her, you might be able to see which one's her office.
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely follow. I mean, not super close behind, but
Okay.
Enough.
You see her sort of quietly slide past the security door, and you can hear come barreling down the hallway as the werewolf comes on all fours, barreling towards her. And as the werewolf jumps mid-leap, and almost a blink, she appears behind the werewolf, and the werewolf just sort of smashes and clatters into the door, through the door, taking it off the hinge, and just rolling down the hallway. You just hear, I think you've stumbled into the wrong den, little dog. If I remember correctly, I put down your brother? immediately you hear a loud howl as she's sort of shakes a little bit and then begins the claws. You hear them scattering across the floor as he dives, multiple punches going through, and very quick movement. She's in and out of these punches. Not a single one landing, but it looks like she's not breaking a sweat. While this werewolf is fast, she is barely being captured on this video feed. Before the wolf goes limp. As sticking out of the chest cavity is a silver blade.
Well, we don't have to worry about the wolf anymore.
Seriously, you cannot tell Trina it worked out this clean.
I heard that.
Why do we not need to worry about it anymore?
Somebody came down and she annihilated it.
You hear the wolf cough up blood, and you just see the wolf's head lean back a little bit as she sort of leaves the knife in and sort of pushes the wolf over as he sort of falls back. Say hi to the camera.
And do we have confirmation if this was our ghost wolf or just a wolf?
This was indeed your ghost wolf.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Trina can't know how clean this was.
We can still hear you.
Oh yeah, no, that was intentional.
Quickly looking around, she does spot the camera and instantly heads back up towards the elevator.
Go.
Track this person?
So I know she just marked a wolf, but do we try to catch her at the elevator?
Hell no!
Yeah,
Get the fuck out of here!
We have a flamethrower.
Once again, we're gonna light somebody up in the middle of the goddamn town? We're going to jail forever!
Already turned the car around. So
Can you describe her? It would be good to see where she comes up.
we're
Yeah, I'll give all the details.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a scenario. These things are supernatural. We don't know if they can see radio waves. So if they can, there's a chance they might be able to walk out that door and know exactly where the fuck we are.
Well, we can go turn it off in the tunnel. I don't care about that. I just want to.
You will when they check that serial number and find it's connected to your credit card. You'll fucking.
Right. Anyway, I don't think they're going to come and kill me in downtown either.
Am I right? And you said that you could barely see her moving.
Yeah.
So nobody will see her rip your fucking head off while we're sitting here in the car.
Let's go sit in the Starbucks.
Valid, actually.
I'm counting on witnesses.
Morgan, get the drone as far away as you can, and yeah, we should probably disconnect the signal after that.
Okay. I go back to the tunnel.
Trina, if you want to jet, if you don't think it's safe, then jet. I'll go to Starbucks by myself. That's fine.
No, I'm fine with being in Starbucks. I'm just saying we got to shut that signal down. So.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. I don't want to give her an excuse to know who we are. That would be great.
Assuming she didn't know already.
right,
Um,
Now,
Brick.
hey, don't go. You don't want that Starbucks. It's bad Starbucks.
What do you mean it's a bad Starbucks?
It just you don't want Starbucks.
I mean,
I
like
thought
the coffee's it's fine. It's not great, but it'll do.
no. I thought this whole thing felt familiar. Yeah, no, that Starbucks is a not for us Starbucks.
It's a leech Starbucks.
Yeah.
Is there a restaurant that we could go to?
Last I knew, it was a Leech Bucks.
roughly about this time, as you guys are having this conversation, you do see a woman matching the description running out of the front of the monument.
All right, never mind. Fuck it. Let's go. Let's go. We're leaving.
Go slow, play it cool.
Yeah. Push the button.
Before the next thing you know, you see her running down the street, and there was no car to hide behind or anything like that. She just vanished mid-street.
All kinds of masquerade breaches going on.
Indeed, there are.
That was wild.
And
So,
with that, you guys hop into your Priuses once more and begin to drive away from downtown Indianapolis. A plan that was set in motion and worked decently well. Rest in peace. Welcome back.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. As you guys drive away, our scene pans to a undescript room. It doesn't have a lot around it. Just a couple of chairs around a card table where we see Eva standing with three individuals as they give a debrief. Eva, you see these three individuals you had tasked with finding out information about the Monsteros and what information they could gather as you see them walk in.
Hey, everyone, how's it going?
Well, I think.
Good news? Bad news? Neutral news?
A bit of both.
Okay.
Which would you prefer, the good news or the bad?
Let's start with the bad.
Charles is dead.
I think this is now the third Charles.
Charles the Third.
He will be greatly missed.
Yes.
The good news is I can find another.
Oh, obviously.
Somewhat better news is we were able to do some investigating and some following after Charles, the first that I know of, disappeared behind the Denny's. We might have who you're looking for. It's Shimise. They go by the
Sorry, you cut out for the name of the Mitsu.
they go by the name Ringmaker.
And it's just one of them?
They're sort of a self-building army. They have been acquiring people and transforming them into things that are more useful for them. doppelgangers, these monstrous scorpion things.
The shadows whisper that people call them Scorpion Kings.
Scorpion Kings.
Fun little nod to a terrible film.
Yeah, they were responsible for at least 2 of the Charleses. We're not sure.
That I would be responsible for ripping one in half later. It's fine.
Do we know how many of these Scorpion Kings this person has created?
Now I've confused myself. The monsters are the films, because there were 2 of the films.
No. Just no.
Get your head in the game.
Sorry. Charles is dead. I have no grounding.
Yes, apologies. Eva, the answer is no. At least 2.
Do we think we could find this ring maker?
Perhaps.
That's your order. We'll keep looking.
Yeah, I think that would be smart.
Claudius is going to use some, going to create a couple little shadow servants, kind of like scooping shadows off the ground and looking at them for a moment and going, well, you heard her. Get to it. And like kind of throws them and these little black orb oily things just like skitter away.
Is that a Prius?
2 little prii.
Thanks, Claudius. Thanks.
At your service. Should you call your friend to destroy my home once again?
That wasn't okay.
That was the original Charles.
Yeah, I know, and I've apologized a lot of times for this.
Yes.
What else can I do to make it up to you?
I don't know. Let's see what the shadows have to say about our friend.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully we'll get some answers soon. Might have bigger problems going on too, but let's just deal with one at a time.
Bigger problems, you say?
Yes, I'm trying to make good with other barons, and I think it's gonna bite me in the ass.
Then perhaps we bite them first.
How is that making good with them then?
Can't make good if they're dead again.
Yeah, we're not gonna play that game.
I'm
Okay,
spitballing.
okay.
Put a pin in that.
Okay,
We'll
good.
come back around.
Okay. I was going to ask if we were going to move to biting. Excused.
Don't make it weird.
No, I don't want them to kill me.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think they actually meant the biting part.
Yes, neither did I.
Okay. All right. Well, that's our next goal. If I can help with anything, let me know. Because I don't think this is something that we want in Indy.
Oh, I guess one question. Does the tally of how many Charleses we're going through help you, or is that just extra information?
Oh, that's just extra. But if you feel the need to keep it going, you can.
It helps me. But
Okay.
Some sick, twisted game.
yeah, that's the twisted part.
the scene ends and we move to a individual rocking back and forth inside of a dark cave. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. And out of the darkness, a hand rests on his shoulder. And that is where we will go ahead and end tonight's episode. Yes, Ian. And or Claudius.
No, this is Ian.
Oh, yes.
Not to ruin any sort of moment that you just built, because that was great.
Mhm.
How would you describe the number of crickets in that cave?
Too many.
Cool. A copious amount of
Certainly
crickets.
large.
Yes. A rather large amount of crickets.
A ludicrous amount of crickets.
But thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out. Really do appreciate it. As we get ready for this weekend over at twitch.tv/jbrews on Friday, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I will be doing a 24-hour charity stream. 100% of the funds raised will go to Extra Life, which is going to be working with Riley Children's Hospital here in Indianapolis. So make sure to swing on by there. Again, that starts at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and goes until Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure to swing on by. It's going to be a good time. We're going to have some games, and hopefully we'll get some additional TTRPG stuff going on over there. So make sure to be there. And if you guys haven't already, make sure to head over to Adventure Dice and use code JBrews for 10% off your order. And this does exclude any sort of charity sets that they have set up on their website, because we do want our charities to go ahead and get the most for the different organizations that they work with. So make sure to head over there. But thank you guys so much, and we will see you guys next week on another episode of Indy by Night. Have a good night, guys.